Hello again. Well, I had made mention in a previous video that some of my viewers are sending me information on our government being in the drug running business. You want to go to Freedom Outpost and you want to go Google newly released documents confirm DEA involved in cocaine smuggling. Now, according to this article, our government has been involved in smuggling or allowing cocaine to be smuggled into the United States since 2000. You know who was in office in 2000? George Bush was in office in 2000. And according to this article, our government, the DEA, made a deal with one of the most vicious drug smuggling gangs in Mexico. And the deal was that the Sinaloa gang would continue to smuggle drugs openly without any retribution. And in turn, what they would do is they would provide the U.S. government with information on other gangs that the DEA could go after and arrest, and show that they're doing such a wonderful job in deferring drugs being brought into this country. Now, this has been going again since 2000, openly. That's, what, 14 years? Yeah. And they also talk about military-grade weapons being provided to these Sinaloa gangs. Military-grade weapons, and that's all part of the Fast and Furious. So there's no doubt that Eric H.Holder Jr. and his corrupt administration were heavily involved, as we've speculated. And the only reason that thing never really got opened up and exposed fully was because the usurper went ahead and signed an executive privilege preventing any further investigation. The Sinaloa Drug Cartel has been allowed again to smuggle billions of dollars of drugs. Well, you ever wonder why that might be? Now, if you've watched some of my previous videos, I've made mention of what the Chinese did to have their people work until they dropped dead. And they did it willingly. Yeah. They had them whacked out on opium. Do you think maybe this plan's been in place since 2000 to do pretty much the same thing to the American citizens? Make them somewhat lethargic, make them somewhat pliable, moldable, bendable. Could that be why there's this new movement to legalize marijuana? Because as Obama says, it's harmless. Look how well Obama turned out. A crack-smoking pothead, huh? Yeah, it is harmless. He's still alive, unfortunately. But how many people have died? How many tens of thousands of people have died because of the Sinaloa gang that the DEA and our Attorney General have been working with? And again, it started with President George Bush. They even make mention of when, back in Arkansas, Billy Bob Clinton, they thought there was some drug dealings going on, and at that time, the government disputed it. But it appears that might very well have been true. Folks, we got a shitload of problems in this country. And allowing drugs to flow freely and to drain billions of dollars out of this country and to result in the deaths of countless people from overdoses is insane. If this is true, George Bush needs to be held accountable. If this is true, Eric H. Holder needs to be held accountable. If this is true, Barack Hussein Obama or Barry Soetoro needs to be held accountable. This is completely insane. Every day there's a new and more horrific event that unfolds. And what it does is it takes the focus off of what we were trying to deal with previously. And there's so many phony scandals. This is but yet another one. So what do you think? I told you what I think. It's scary.